Pocono. We're starting this race about 2 hours later than originally scheduled. Mother Nature not playing so kind to us this morning, but luckily the storms have moved through. The track is dry and the sun is out.
Kurt Busch!
Pocono, are you ready? To my fellow drivers, start your engines!
Green flag in the air and make it happen here in the Pocono Mountains.
Here we go, three ride already. Hocevar down to the inside. Buescher's going to try to stay on the outside of that 77. Behind him, 2-3 wide. Hocevar ducks into third position behind Buescher. And let's look at the start of the race to see how aggressive he was. One of the first cars we saw jump out of line to make it 3 wide down the front straightaway, grabbing a couple of rows right here. Off into turn 1. That's a good handling race car right there. Drive right up in that pocket. There's dirty air all around, and the car still has the grip to be able to do that. Yeah, just a really, really huge slide. Contact with the right rear.
My goodness.
That is the
roof flap. The roof flap is up on this thing.
That is the best save of the year. I think it's got to be a contender.
I mean,
I know that the wall straightened him out, but seriously, man, this car is wrecked.
Denny Hamlin, so good at this racetrack, and he's going to lead them all in this first stint of the race. Back to the green and white checker. Despite all of his success, this is only the second stage win for Denny here at Pocono. It's the 4th time he's won a stage in 2025. Buescher second, Reddick, Briscoe, Jones complete the top 5. Caution out for the second time today. First time for an incident problem for Riley Herbst. We got the monster on board here. You see him pulling his car away. 26th when he had the problem. And AMR safety team made their way to the scene, assisting Riley.
Gonna take a look here, right on board with Riley off into turn 1. Downshift, blows the right front tire. Big trouble.
Hold the brake. We're in the wall hard here, guys. Staying up.
And you have to wonder, you know, we don't see many right front tire failures.
Yeah.
You have to wonder if there was something that created an issue. Was there contact with the wall, maybe contact with another car in the previous lap? Wild scene on pit road, riding on board with A.J. Allmendinger. He's coming into pit road and take a look at this. He's going to hit his tire carrier. Watch this tire.
And look where the tire goes. Man! Right in the upper torso, the head area of the rear tire changer for the 88, J.P. Keeley. He's a D1 lacrosse player, so he's taken some hits before. But this right here, that is a vicious hit. In his hand, it almost looks like, and he drops the gun. You see him, he grabs the gun and gets up and finishes the stop.
23, and Bubba Wallace has an issue, a right side tire. Is this a theme for today?
I don't know, that's a good question. This one has some contact, which is first, right?
Yeah.
Tire or wall, we don't know. Window net already down. You can tell he has had, like, his frustration is peaked on this 23 car. Just mad, unplugged, literally. Radio unplugged already, look at this.
And
flat.
Yeah.
Tire's flat.
Another right front tire. Similar to Herbst.
I was going to say team car.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Hold it up there.
So
Hold it up there.
The
French.
emotion in his voice, as he could tell that right front tire is blowing, and he has there's no control. The car is going to go straight.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that right there. That shiny piece. This piece right here is what I'm looking at. I believe that's a part of a brake rotor. So, Dale, you and I talked about this. We weren't sure if the tire went down or if it was when he stepped on the brakes, but it looks to me that the brake rotor has come apart. A flat tire is not going to explode the rotor. Now, if this would have been after he hit the wall, you know, you could be on the brakes when you hit the wall. That would break a rotor, but...
Big news here at Pocono Raceway. Race leader Brad Keselowski came to pit road while it was closed. Jeremy Bullins did not hear the pits were still closed. After they pitted, they thought they were just the only ones to take it to pit road. Then they realized they had a penalty. Listen into the conversation.
Not sure what happened there. There was a lot of people talking about coming. 4, head down, run our race here. A good chance this comes right back to us.
Looking at the history between Carson Hocevar and Stenhouse. This is Nashville, where Carson gets in the back of the 47. At that point in the season, the 47 was in the playoffs. Then we go to Mexico. Carson misses a corner and runs over to 47, and Stenhouse has had enough. Stenhouse going to try to stay on that back bumper. He can't do it.
Look at Briscoe. He pushed the 77 out there. 19 coming through, trying to take the top spot. Racing for the lead down the Long Pond straightaway. He cuts up in front of him. Briscoe in charge of the field.
Hocevar could have side drafted on the outside, decided not to. That allowed the 47 to jump to his outside. He's kind of surprised by that now. Hocevar ducks into third. And a big crash behind.
Christopher Bell involved, Shane Van Gisbergen, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch. Caution number 5, and it comes out with just over 10 laps remaining, stage 2.
Kyle Busch in the door of the 38, just gets loose right there. And everybody trying to avoid a little contact with the right rear on the number 8. Riding on board with Christopher Bell through this corner. Kyle's going to be right in front of this. Car come around. Christopher Bell locks it down, trying not to hit this inside wall.
Got right back there?
Going to do a good job there. What happens is this race gets closer and closer to the finish line. Everybody stops giving as much. They start taking more.
This was shocking.
Yeah, this is just everybody pushing as hard as they can. Chase, a little bit of contact, no big deal. The 1, a little contact. 22 contact, 48-16.
Final lap, stage 2. Here he is, Chase Briscoe, having a good day. Qualified good yesterday and paying it off in the race. He's the winner in our second stage. Barry is second. Elliott, Byron, Buscher complete the top 5.
No speed off the corner. He's going to try to stay out here around this 5. They're both up the racetrack. Here comes Cindric to the inside.
Cindric said, thank you very much. 2 for 1. The deuce comes through and gets it.
And still side by side, the 77-0 and Logano. Here comes Keselowski, 3 wide.
Yeah, Keselowski had been on the other side of the momentum. Now he takes advantage, goes around Logano and Hocevar. Another Ford that's marching through the field and passing a lot of cars today. Driver 6, Brad Keselowski. Back behind him, check out this.
Well, yeah, the 54 almost wrecks off the nose of the 38. And then that costs the 24 Byron a lot of positions right there through the tunnel.
Inside.
Yeah, this just kills what the 24 Rudy Fugle was trying to do.
Check. Top of 3.
John Hunter Nemechek, bottom of your screen, coming off that great finish, Mexico City, right side only. Looks like we have a caution, though.
In the midst of these stops, we get a caution. 7th of the day. Brad Keselowski scored as the race leader. They had not yet made their pit stop in the green flag cycle.
Just gets loose right there. Out of turn 1, I believe.
Yep, Shane Van Gisbergen, last week's winner, locked into the playoffs, getting the victory at Mexico City, but it gets away from him here. Caution with 35 to go.
This yellow, you see the disappointment. The yellow's too early. They needed to make their pit stop first. Let's listen into the 6.
I'm sorry. Every time, man. Just getting clean air. We are on fuel here, Chase, because we were not ready to leave, so we're just going to have to see how this goes and see if we can make it. Everything you can do to save here, though.
19 on the left, 11 comes in. Remember, we showed the pit stop times. This isn't old school. This isn't slow pit stops. It's all about the 2 guys with the dump cans. Both right sides look good. They come to the left. Now watch the difference. The 19 is going to drop to Jack, and he goes 11. Wait. The fueler shakes his head. 2.5, 3 seconds worth of fuel. That's the whole situation. Execution, communication. Oh, frustration. You see the body language.
Oh, the 19,
to the lead.
The 19 pulls down in front of his teammate. That makes the 11 have to lift. The 12 with a chance to clear is not going to do it. Denny's going to side draft really aggressively. 3 wide behind Adam.
Last 2 winners here, racing for second right now. Blaney outside of Hamlin. Chase Elliott gets up to 4th.
5.3 right now. Just lifting, coasting off into the corner. That's the best mileage of anyone by a very big chunk.
Yeah, Chase Briscoe here, as he has started to save, He's going faster. I know that's frustrating for a driver. You feel like you're backing up the corners, and they're calling out lap times that just don't make sense, but sometimes that's how it goes, right, Dale?
Listen into the 19 with an update.
Doing what you're doing, don't make any changes unless we tell you. If we maintain this, we can get there. If we maintain what you're doing right now, we will make it. Just be disciplined. We will not use the fuel switch until you need it or until we take the wash.
They're saving fuel and running the second fastest lap of anyone.
They'll not really get to you. You see if you can lift a little ball.
There we go.
1 and 3.
Denny Hamlin's team.
How do you feel about his fuel mileage? He's probably half a lap short at best. They think if they continue doing this, they'll be close to make it.
All right, so the 19 story is we think we can make it. The 11 looking at the same data saying, nah, I don't buy that. I think they're half a lap short.
Anxious times in the 19 camp. Played the game so well today. Now you just got to get it across the finish line. And every time around just increases the level of heartbreak if you can't finish the deal. Here he is off of turn 3. You'll see the white flag. This time by 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Sounding good so far.
Ready to get a little.
Got the full song.
Through turn 1 and onto the straightaway, leading to the tunnel turn.
Still not stumbling. Good early shift. Keep the RPMs low. Just a little bit early there.
Across the tunnel turn, the short chute, over to turn 3.
Motor still sounding good to me. Off into turn 3. He just needs one more good throttle off of turn 3 here and should be good to go.
What a day for the 19. Good to the last drop. Chase Briscoe saves and wins at Pocono.
Yes! Awesome job, guys. Thank you so much.